Longest government shutdown in history, now day 41, by the way, has passed the Senate. A small group of Democrats breaking away from their party to agree on a plan to temporarily fund the government. That's now on the way to the House, which, by the way, not in session at this time.
Correct. But the deal moves forward without a key concession that the Democrats wanted. Whatever the decision ultimately is in Washington, many people here in South Texas are still feeling the pinch of the shutdown. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP benefits, were interrupted this month, and thousands of federal employees are not getting paid.
So while a deal funding the government is welcome, there are mixed reactions about some Democrats backing off before they ultimately got their primary goal.
It can go hand in hand either way.
I mean, if it's worth a bite, finish it, you know?
So, yeah, I guess in that case, how do you feel about this possibly coming to a close if they do close out without, winning that?
Well, I just hope everybody walks away with what they want, and I hope it was worth it. Because we're the ones suffering.
While the deal moving ahead right now includes a Senate vote on subsidies next month in the Senate, House Republicans, they haven't yet agreed to that. Now, we spoke with a pair of local congressmen about the potential end of the shutdown and also what happens next after the health care subsidies issue.
If they, schedule a vote eventually on these healthcare tax credits, that what I'm hoping is that we'll have some Republicans join us in supporting their extension because they're incredibly valuable to people.
We're going to need some actual reforms to the healthcare system so that the constituents I represent who are struggling to be able to afford to pay for just not insurance, but the actual care, we've got to fix the system. And the subsidies don't fix it. It makes it worse.
Now, as for the deal itself, it will need to be approved by the House, where Republicans would not need Democratic support.
So while we have all that going on, let's just say that the federal government does open soon. It's not like all the people who've been furloughed or gotten their SNAP benefits suspended because of it are going to get what they need right away.
Right. Yeah, so it's important that many of you showed up earlier today to fill the truck. Our David Elder shows us what you did to help people in Bexar County keep food on the table.
When San Antonio needs help, San Antonio shows up. And today, that was proved right once again at the Fill the Truck food drive at Pinstack on 410. Before sunrise, the giving spirit was already rolling. Our very first donation came in at 7:19 this morning. And from there, the generosity never slowed down.
There you go. Go for it, y'all. Put it in there.
By day's end, San Antonio packed the truck with more than 16,000 pounds of non-perishable food, diapers, and pet food.
How many meals does that equal for the San Antonio community?
Yeah, this amount of food, that's the equivalent of 13,333 meals, right? Just think about it. All those people, one meal, that's 13,300 people who are going to eat tomorrow because of everybody's generosity today.
And in a powerful show of support, Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union stepped up with a $25,000 donation to the San Antonio Food Bank, helping to ensure no family goes without food during this critical time. For KSAT 12 News, I'm David Elder.
By the way, David was still here about an hour ago.
I mean, more than 12 hours, 14 hours probably. What am I talking about? He was out there at 5 a.m.
Yeah, no, it's
today.
Just
okay.
A lot of math involved, but he had a very long day, but he did some good. So we salute David. Okay.
Tomorrow's Veterans Day, and local businesses are honoring veterans and also active military service members with some special deals.
And there are all kinds of deals to be had. Some of those deals include free food, or discounted food, services, and much more. So now is the time to take out your smart device, your phone, click that QR code or scan the code on your screen there. It'll take you right to the website. And there is a long list of deals there. There are discounts at Pluckers for, chicken tenders and wings, Whataburger, Six Flags, Target, to name a few, free haircuts. Also a reminder, city offices will be closed on Veterans Day, but trash and recycling services will continue as normal.
And tomorrow night on KSAT Plus, we're going to be streaming our one-hour news special on the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon. It's a deep look at the connections between San Antonio veterans and the Vietnam War. We're going to share their stories, some of which have never been told in 5 decades. So that's tomorrow at 3 p.m. and also again at 9 p.m. You can watch it on KSAT Plus.
Nominated for an Emmy, by the way. So unbelievable program there. But back outside to show you a brisk, chilly night. Which is ahead of a brisk, chilly morning, I suspect.
Yeah, but have the short sleeves ready for the afternoon tomorrow.
Okay.
It's one of those days. It's November. We know the swings we get around here, right?
We've been wanting
Yes, exactly. We've been waiting for it. Well, here it is. It looks like the coldest morning so far this season on the way, but it's not going to last very long. Take a look at the trend overall. And tomorrow, we're going to bottom out. Upper 30s, about 38 in town. And then by Wednesday morning, we're at 50. Thursday morning, we're up near 60, and then into the 60s for those sunrise temperatures, especially into this upcoming weekend. But tomorrow morning, widespread mid to upper 30s. Now in the hill country, we could have a brief light freeze in some of the nooks and crannies of the hill country. Either way, should 38 verify at the airport officially, that would be the coolest morning in 260 days since February 23rd. But we warm up quickly with that sun and dry air. 64 at noon, 72 for the high temperature tomorrow. Notice that south wind at 10 to 20, but gusting up to 25. A breezy day with the very dry air elevates the fire danger. And that's why we have the red flag warning still in effect through 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, because if there were to be a fire, it would spread very rapidly under these conditions. So you look at high temperatures tomorrow, some upper 60s in the hill country, but for the most part, low to mid 70s. So a cold morning, but a pleasant afternoon right near average. Now we have anything but average going on across the rest of the nation. And this is very important here. This is an unusually cold air mass that has plunged southward from the Arctic Circle. And notice the temperatures, about 20 degrees below average from Louisville to Nashville, Jackson, New Orleans, Tampa, Atlanta as well, breaking record low temperatures across parts of the southeast. That's because of the big dip in the upper level flow and a very strong one pulling that cold air southward. So Atlanta right now at 34, we're 48. It's 27 in Jackson, Mississippi. Meanwhile, we're kind of right in between the real cold off to the east and then some of the relatively warmer air farther to the west. Rain-wise, we have some hope. And right now it's looking more like Sunday into Monday could be the time frame. Earlier today we were thinking Saturday night. Now it looks more like Sunday night on into Monday. Still a lot of uncertainty with this system. We have our next system that's up near Alaska right now. Part of that's going to drop southward and become its own cutoff upper level low. And as I've said before, those systems are notoriously finicky to predict. But either way, we'll have some changes between now and then. Check back in for the updates. But right now, late Sunday into Monday, about a 40% chance.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Spurs, they win again. They do it again.
They do it again. They might have lost a game like this last year, but this year they have the depth to prevail. It was Wemby down the stretch as the Spurs win in the Windy City. The highlights and post-game reaction coming up. Also, we have a preview of our first playoff edition of our big game coverage game of the week.